There, everyone. Welcome to today's live. I'm Cassie Sykes, owner or enrolled agent and owner of Greener Pastures Income Tax, located in East Texas. I help veterinary practice owners get control of cash flow. Oh, sorry. Understand their numbers and increase profit without burning their teams out. Tonight, we're getting straight into 7 practical ways to boost profit without adding more hours. Um, you can ask questions as we go and watch until the end because I'm giving you a simple profit without overtime checklist you can use tomorrow morning with your team. Let me get my share going really quick. Okay, before we dive in, can you hear me? Drop a yes in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Also, if you're an owner, DVM versus a practice manager, put owner or PM so I can tailor the examples. I'll stick around for a live Q&A at the end. So if something hits home, type it in as soon as it comes up. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll fix price and margin leaks. Second, we'll capture what you're already doing but not billing for. Third, we'll restructure the schedule to increase doctor production per hour without extending clinic hours. Fourth, we'll push more care through your trained team so DVN time is used at the top of license. Fifth, we'll stop inventory dollars from dying on the shelf. Sixth, we'll package and position preventative care so average revenue per visit rises without rushing visits. Seventh, we'll tighten payment and collections so more of what you earn actually shows up in your bank account. Every point includes a quick example so you can copy. Let me make sure this is working. Yes. Okay, good. Where am I at? Okay. So I am Cassie Sykes. If you're new here, I'm an enrolled agent and the founder of Greener Pastures Income Tax. For over 20 years, I've been helping business owners, especially veterinarians, make sense of their numbers, cut through the noise of taxes, and actually see the story their finances are telling. My goal is simple: give you the clarity to make confident, profitable decisions without second guessing. As an EA, I'm federally licensed by the U.S. Department of the Treasury, which means I can represent taxpayers in all 50 states. Whether it's preparing returns, stepping into an IRS issue, or creating long-term tax and financial strategies, I focus on breaking down the complicated into clear, actionable steps that you can put to work right away. I live in East Texas with my husband and our 2 teenagers. We've been here 6 years now, born and raised in California, but we decided to make a big change a couple of years ago, and we really love it here. Anyways, so between running a business and managing teen calendars, I have a new permitted driver as of yesterday, and it's scary, scary stuff. So, anyways, I found that clarity, consistency, and a good sense of humor are the keys to staying sane. So let's get into today's session. If you stick with me through the end, you'll leave with some practical strategies you can apply immediately in your own practice. So the first way is price and margin discipline. Most clinics think that they have a price problem when they actually have a margin problem. If your cost to deliver a service is unclear, you can't price it correctly. So start by choosing 5 high volume items: core vaccines, spay, neuter, dentals, and cytology, and confirm your margin floors. Your floor is the minimum you're willing to accept after doctor and teen time, supplies, and overhead are covered. If your core vaccine margin is thin because you haven't updated acquisition costs in a year, that's silent profit loss on every visit. A quick win is to update cost files monthly and apply a margin rule so price changes roll through automatically. I've seen clinics raise only the bottom 15 underpriced line items and add thousands per month with 0 extra appointments. Put pricing in the comments if you want my margin floor worksheet. Give me a sec. Let me make sure I don't have any comments. If you want my margin worksheet, don't want that. Give me a sec. If you want my margin. Sorry. I'm having a hard day. Okay, so the second way is to capture Um, Charge capture and compliance. You don't need more patients if you're missing charges on the patients you already saw. What you should do is a 1 week shadow audit. So pick 3 doctors and 3 nurses, or 1 doctor and 1 nurse if you're a smaller clinic, and compare medical notes, inventory pulls, and invoices for 10 cases each. You're looking for things like nail trims that didn't make it to the invoice, additional sedation that was given but not billed, or a second pack of sutures used in a surgery that never left inventory. Even a 2 to 3% miss rate compounds into real dollars over a year. The fix is a 2-step closeout. The nurse owns the checklist for every service delivered, and the doctor reviews and signs off before the client leaves. If you want that simple end of day capture checklist I use with clients, type checklist and I'll send it over. The third way is to schedule architecture that boosts DVM production per hour. We're not adding hours, we're changing how the hours work. So most schedules mix 15-minute vaccine visits with complex cases and surgical discharges in the same hour, which creates hidden downtime. Creates hidden downtime and doctor bottlenecks. Give the doctor 2 protected focus blocks per day for higher value procedures and cases that actually require DVM brainpower. Then build nurse-driven appointment lanes around those blocks. So if your doctor's production per hour is stuck, it's usually because the doctor is doing work a credentialed tech could do, or they're context switching too often. A small restack, morning block for procedures, midday for rechecks and callbacks, late afternoon for standardizable visits, can raise your doctor's output without staying late. If this resonates, comment schedule and tell me your current visit length. The fourth way is top of license delegation. Let me check again for the, yeah, it's working there. Okay. Profit rises. Top of license, yes. Profit rises when the right person does the right task. So you need to list everything your doctors touch in a typical day and star those items, or star the items that a credentialed tech can legally perform. Now create nurse-led protocols for those tasks and standardize handoffs so the doctor enters at decision points, not at every step. Examples would include triage histories, patient education, sample collection, and post-op phone calls. One clinic I work with moved post-op education and day after check-ins to tech calls with a template. Doctors regained 45 minutes a day, at least 45 minutes a day, which they used for 2 additional case workups in existing hours. Same day length, higher revenue, less stress. The fifth way, everybody loves to hear about this, but inventory, inventory turns and vendor terms. So dead stock kills profit quietly. You want essential items on the shelf, not a museum of we might need it. Speaking of dust, things covered in dust. My mom and I were talking about dust earlier today. Anyways, you need to start by ranking inventory A, B, and C. A items move weekly and deserve a tight par level with automated reorder points. B items move monthly and should be stocked lighter. C items are special order and less clinically critical. Then call your rep and renegotiate on A items where volumes justify better terms. You'll reduce expirations, free up cash, and your cost of goods percent will move in the right direction without a single new appointment. If you're thinking we're always out of that one thing we need, that's a signal that your reorder points are set by antidotes, not movement data. Comment inventory if you want the quick ABC starter sheet. The sixth way, yes, 6 is to create simple service bundles and preventative plans. Bundles don't mean discounting everything. They mean packaging a common care path so the client understands the value and your team stops reinventing the wheel. Think a dental bundle with exam pre-anesthetic blood work, radiographs, and take-home pain control presented as one clear recommendation. The benefit is consistency. Your average ticket rises and your recheck and callback times drop because the plan is standardized. Preventative plans can work when they're designed to match your clinic population and you actually track your usage. The goal isn't to cram more in a day. The goal is to raise revenue per visit with the same visit count and a smoother workflow. The seventh way is to fix your payment readiness and collections discipline. So you worked hard to deliver care. You need to make it easy for clients to say yes and easy for you to get paid and make it easier on your staff. So that looks like having at least 2 third-party financing options ready, training the team to present how to pay before if they can pay, and tighten your deposit policy for surgeries and specialty orders. Also, you should shorten your statement cycle. So if you're sending statements once a month, you're financing care for free for 30 days by default. Switching to weekly statements for overdue balances and using text to pay increases actual cash in the door without seeing a single additional patient. So if you've ever said our AR just creeps up, this is where to start. So to recap, these 7 moves are not glamorous, but they work because, sorry, somebody's in my driveway. Okay, anyways, they work because they remove friction and leaks inside the hours you already operate. You don't need to sprint faster. You need to stop dragging a parachute. So pick one area for the next 2 weeks. If price is messy, start there. If your doctors feel buried, fix the schedule architecture and delegation. If your cash is tight, hit inventory and collections. Small, focused improvements compound over time. So a couple of quick examples so you can see how this plays out. Let's say your clinic averages 25 appointments a day, 5 days a week. If you raise your average revenue per visit by just $15 through better charge capture and a cleaned up vaccine margin, that's $125 a day, $625 a week, and $2,500 a month, $30,000 a year, without adding a single appointment. Add a modest improvement in collections and trimming dead inventory, and it stacks fast. So, quick question. What's the one area you feel would move the needle the fastest in your practice? Pricing, capture, schedule, delegation, inventory, bundling, or collections? Drop the word in the chat so I know what to send you after the live. If you want my profit without overtime checklist I mentioned at the start, type profit and I'll get it over to you. It's a one-pager your team can use in the next staff meeting. If you're watching the replay, still comment because I do come back and answer. If you want me to walk your numbers through these 7 levers step by step in plain English, just say KPI in the comments and I'll share a simple template you can plug into your QBO exports. Also, watching the replay, I do want you to engage just like you were here live. Comment your questions, drop profit or KPI, and I'll follow up personally. I'll keep an eye on these replays because I know a lot of you can't always make it live, and I don't want you missing out. I know some people aren't comfortable commenting on live, so feel free to reach out, send an email or a call or text, whichever is easiest, and we'll answer the questions that way as well. If you're sitting here thinking, this is exactly what I'm dealing with, I don't know where to start, that's where I can step in, myself and my team. So I work with individuals and veterinary practice owners every day to rebuild that clarity, set up a tax plan, and make sure estimates and withholding are handled with confidence. You can reach out to me directly here on Facebook or head over to my booking link that's listed. I'll also drop it in the comments for you. Before you go, I want to share an incredible resource designed to elevate your veterinary practice's financial success. I put together a free ebook just for you. It's called 7 Financial Strategies. Inside, you'll discover practical steps to increase profitability, improve cash flow, and make smarter financial decisions for your practice. You can grab your free copy in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found this helpful, like this video, share it with other veterinarians. If this is something you want to implement in your own practice, don't forget to book your free call. I'll get you the info you need to help you do it right. Next Wednesday, we will be having a live training, and we're going to be talking about 5 things every vet owner needs to know about BOI reporting. I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for watching. Stop share.